Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, today we've got a change to my rules, which is I don't review snowfall maps anymore. But today's map isn't a snowfall map. Well, it is a snowfall map, but it isn't a snowfall map. Well, let me explain. There are two versions of this map. And I was intending to review the other version, but the more I looked at the other version, the more I felt that actually the snowfall version is the one that really we should be looking at. It was how it was intended to be played, and so we're going to look at the snowfall version, but we will have a look at the alternate version come the end of the show, which does mean I've got some sort of weird scoring system in today's show. So if you fancy a little bit of a change from the normal in terms of the way things are scored, today is going to be a day for that. But if you want to do something very traditional, well, there's always this. That's right, scoring me with your thumbs up is a really good way of supporting the channel, getting me seen by more people and help me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Winterhaven Boreal, no, Snowfall by Youngling. That's right, the plan was to do the Boreal version, but we're going with the Snowfall version instead. But I'll leave up the Boreal total as well, so that, well, you got a choice. You got a choice. There's your start square. It's very like a snowflake by design, a blobby snowflake from this view actually, but the resources are strong, good and strong as well, and Youngling, they've got a little bit of a background to them. We'll get to that in a moment. If you've got Sunset Harbour and you want to do some fishing, your fishing map will look like this. Okay, ready to go to the workshop? Shall we? I think we should. Now, given that we're doing the snowfall version, you will need snowfall for this one. Also, mass transit. Of course, if you play the Boreal version, you won't need snowfall because it's not the snowfall version. It's greys and whites and yellows and whatever. Anyway, we have a one-click collection which includes both of the maps. We'll be using Eggsy's Icy Waters map theme for both, actually. When we have a look at the Boreal version, we'll use that theme for that as well. And we'll be using Tubot Snowfall LUT for this one, and then the Realistic 1.2 when we switch to the other one. Now, at the edge of each side, we have a little cardinal direction. I think we're on the easterly side of the map at the moment. Yeah. And we'll start off with a couple of things for those playing BonBonBingo. Links in the description. Rockin' and Holin' and the Essential Lighthouse. Ah, isn't she lovely? Snow-capped. Works quite well, that rock with snow on it, I'm going to say. It's quite iconic. It was iconic before, and it's like even more so as we head across to the mainland. So yes, the map's been designed with like a network of highways and roads in place so that you can make a snowflake style design city and layout, and it's all very nice. So anyway, what can I tell you about Youngling? Well, we've done them once before on the show, episode 1350, where they got a very magnificent 13 stars. Let's face it, 13 stars is it means there's a 5-star in there somewhere if you're getting 13. It's the only way of getting 13. So that's superb. The map was actually Faldale Waters, and it was so strong. Nice work on the intersection here, as you'd expect from Youngling. They've already proven their caliber. There we go. So yes, that map was so good. It was shortlisted for Map of the Year last year. So, you know, we've got somebody who's of a strong caliber. Oh, I forgot to mention. It's Friday. Oh, what do we do on the Friday? We turn to the BonBon buddies over on Patreon and say, hey, guys, vote us in the map, and they've gone with this one. So anybody who was wanting me to go through the spiel, I'm sorry, I've let you down. I hate, yeah. Some people rely on this to know what day it is. What day is it, BonBon? It must be Friday. It is Friday. So yes, the BonBon buddies voted this one in. Very good choice. Like I say, the option I gave was the Boreal version, but once I came down and had a look, it really was obvious that I had to look at the Snowfall version. How you vote for this when we get to the end of the show, when I give you the option to vote, Whether you vote for the Snowfall version, the Boreal version, I mean, this is going to be down to you. I'm not going to tell you. I'm never going to tell you what to do, apart from hit the like button. Do it now. Thank you. I'm never going to tell you what to do in terms of the voting, because listen, I'm here to show you the map, give you an idea whether you want to play the map, and then you make your own decisions. When I give my ratings at the end of the show, it's down to my personal tastes, and I never recommend that you take them entirely seriously, because at the end of the day, that's my opinion. Seal of approval, also an opinion, but it's whether I feel that it's worthy of being subscribed and played, and so that's always there as well. But yeah, the viewer's choice, that is far more important to me. That you guys give your honest opinion, and at the end of the month we can present the best maps of the month for people to maybe come back and check the review and see what all the fuss was about. Anyway, we're down in the start square sort of territory now. There we go. Somewhere in there. I can't remember exactly where the lines are, but down on that spiky bit. And this is the route that the traffic would be taking to get down to there, because there's no direct connection from the highway. It's the indirect connection. We've got some good tunnel work, some very striking mountains, and yes, coming up this weekend I have a very special how to make striking, I've called them iconic mountains tutorial in real time as well, so 30 minutes of me in the map editor, and the thumbnail was actually the end result, although I put some trees on the thumbnail. I didn't concentrate on tree painting with the tutorial. Anyway, we have lots of spindly bits that don't connect to the edge of the map. So here's one of those little arms of the snowflake. It hangs out this way, looks very nice. And then we have outside connections, including rail, which we haven't had a look at. Now, given we're doing cardinal directions, which side of the map do we think we're on here? Yes, we're on the 5 o'clock point. That's right. Just, of course, it's the south. Of course, it's the south. It could be 5 o'clock. Rail's fine. We could go all the way around the island. I think you're going to get the general gist with the symmetry of the island, that there's not really much to be gained by going all the way around to find another outside connection. So let's go to hang on, Catenary Chaos, BonBonBingo players, links in the description. Catenary Chaos on there. There's not too much of it, and again, it's not the sort of map that I feel that most people are going to worry about Catenary Chaos, because it's just one of those fun builds, isn't it? Not a realism build, it's a fun build. Yeah, and most of the roads are down already, so you'll just zone it in, get some nice screenshots, and then move on to your next city build. Why not? Like, we have some slight slopes on the gradient going to the tunnel there. Again, I don't think anybody's going to care too much on this particular one. But it is technically a detailing issue, I guess. Then we head around here, we're going to get to a destination. I think you recognise one of the feature things down here, but what I'm really liking down here are the sidings. The sidings down here are done magnificently well, perfectly symmetrical, and lots of score there. And of course, everybody's favourite factory. Let's take a brief intermission. We'll come right back after this. What day is it? Do you want to ensure that the weekend starts with a bang? Would you rather Fridays were somewhat less naff? Then for just $1 a month, join the party over on Patreon, become a buddy and help to choose the upcoming Friday's map. But you can't choose that map because that map's already been done. Done to death. Shipping routes that back at Winterhaven, Snowfall, or Boreal, whichever version, by Youngling, and the shipping routes are fine, actually. We've got a few that have a little loopsy in like that, which gives access into the little potential harbour areas, and I would say we've got a very good job, very well done in the terms of shipping. So there is that. As we head across to the side of the map, let's go off this way. There we go, so we can concentrate on the water flow. We've got plenty of water around the map, but is it flowing water? And the answer is yes, we have some rivers with good strong water flow. This is the one going through the start square here. Good strong water flow, deep enough, wide enough, strong enough. Anybody who's playing this map with a basic vanilla style play will absolutely adore it. So there is that. Okay, a map as a whole, it's like a giant snowflake. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's kind of like a design you get on a Christmas sweater, isn't it, to be fair? Christmas sweaters, they're so pretty. I've never owned actually, I think I have been bought a Christmas sweater once in the past, although it wasn't completely in your face design wise, but hey ho. Head to the center. This is the centerpiece of the map, this iconic mountain here. Good iconic work. Spent more time on this than I spent on my half-hour tutorial this weekend, but I would say excellent work. Youngling has got all of the skills. I'm liking the design of that, and the non-symmetry in the symmetrical parts is quite interesting too. This is a little bit different. Never seen this before, I don't think. That's the snow on the snow cap of the steps leading up to the central lighthouse, clipping through the underside. I kind of like that as a design feature. I know it's technically a fail, but I like that as a design feature. All credit there, and anybody who spotted that in the promo images, well done to you. This is a fail though. I'm sorry, how are you supposed to get down onto these piers? How? I don't buy into these at all. But I mean, the placement's fairly good, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of clustering them either, but that's a personal thing. But yeah, how do you get down onto them? Youngling? Water flow, we've got nice. Oh, do you know what? This Exes theme, this icy water theme, is absolutely beautiful. Crystalline and beautiful. Excellent. Heading away from that and heading up into the mountains, we have a dirt track, and this is going to lead to, well, I mean, there are plenty of little featurette areas. Again, nothing that's going to take you to the next level of excitement, but this one, I think, stands out as being really rather and perfectly fitting as well. First of all, we've got the moat, which is made by the old the trench. A nice little bridge crossing there, which actually looks a little bit like a drawbridge. Then we have the entrance, which looks really quite classy as well. Liking all of that. Can't really do anything about the but they're perfectly aligned anyway, so it's as good as it can be. And I'm liking the design of this. Again, it's a symmetrical, non-symmetrical castle in a symmetrical, non-symmetrical map. It's a perfect balance. It fits really nicely, and I would say the perfect size there as well. Down here to Chateau BonBon. I think this is where I'm supposed to live. And once the shack is done up, I think I probably would. I'm really liking this as well. Plenty of credit there. What's that, an Industries gate? It won't make the map unplayable, but it might be an Industries gate going on down there. Possibly an Industries fence as well around somewhere. But let's not break a sweat on it because it's too cold for that. What we'll do is we'll have a look at the asset of the day. It's a Rogers building by Macwelshman. This is fantastic, and in fact, for factoids, because factoids, I was going to read directly from the workshop for this, but I forgot to copy it across to my notes. So we're going to do a different factoid. Oops, sorry. Factoids because factoids. Haven being the thing today, isn't it? Haven Holidays is a chain of holiday parks in the United Kingdom. It operates self-catering static caravan holiday parks, with many also including touring and camping facilities. The company operates 41 sites in the United Kingdom in predominantly coastal locations. Which won't be surprising when you remember we are an island nation, and about as far as you can get away from the sea is probably a couple of hours drive. I guess, what is it, in the Leicester sort of area? Is it maybe in that sort of zone? But yes, it's a couple of hours. Oh, hang on, somebody's hanging out their underpants. Get your winter drawers on. Where are we? Rogers building by Macwelshman. This is really strong work. I'm absolutely loving it. Also loving the accuracy of the V instead of the U. Ah, those were the days, eh? Those were the days. Anyway, we're going to do the thing. I'm going to ask you what you think of today's map. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now in the top right hand corner of your screen, or the link in the description. It'll take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Gmail, Apple, or a Patreon account. But we're going to end with a top-down view, there you go, of the Boreal version, because I feel you want to see what it looks like, clearly, in case you want to vote for it on this style. I'm going to be voting for the snowfall, and I think snowfall wise it's really quite iconic. I really like it. I think it's been done very well. I don't think we're really ticking anywhere towards a 5th star, but we're into 4 stars. It's interesting enough, I think, to get a lowish 4. Detailing, again, it kind of feels like a lowish 4, but I'm going to be honest, that those piers, they just drag it away a bit too much for me. So I'm going to go down to a very high 3. It's not quite enough in there to scream 4 stars to me. Gameplay, in Boreal version, meh. In Snowfall version, do you know what? I feel that the workshop really needs this map as a Snowfall option. So I'm going to go for a lowish again. I think it's playable once through play. A playable low 4 stars. And so when it comes to the seal of approval, I like the Snowfall version, but I'm not so sure about the Boreal version. So let's give it half a seal of approval. How does that sound? Never been done before. Depending on how you're looking at the map. I feel very strongly that the Snowfall way is the way to go there. And if you're not into Snowfall, then don't play a Snowfall map. It's a simple decision. Okay. Right, okay, we've made it to the end of the show. Well, very nearly. 3, 2. There it goes. If you disagree with me, then you're right. We weren't quite there, but we are now. And if you want to be part of the 20 and out elite, use the word of the day into the comments and score yourself some population points just for fun. Just for fun. Nobody tracks them. Not even you. And I'll be back tomorrow with another map in the What's Map series. See you then.